Namaste and welcome to each and every one of you. Today is a special day. I am going to launch a new subject as the first episode devoted to Paatanjal Yog-Sutra. This is a classic text or scripture on the subject of yoga, yoga in totality, not a branch of yoga or a style of yoga, or limited only to postures in yoga. This great text, Yoga Sutra, is written by or created by a great sage, Patanjali. When we look at history, there are many great scholars and authors with the same name, Patanjali. And they have created many other texts dealing with grammar, philosophy. It is not absolutely certain that all those names named Patanjali are one person or two persons or many persons. So we are not going to reach a conclusion on that. Leave that for your own exploration. But the word Patanjali in Sanskrit has a special meaning which leads to a story. Pata means to fall or descend. Pata. Anjali is your palms, folded palms like this is Anjali. Patanjali is someone that falls in your palm. It appears in your palm. So there is a very interesting story about Patanjali, the meaning of the combination of two Sanskrit words, Pata and Anjali, that once Sheshanag, the 1,000-headed serpent, making the resting bed for Lord Vishnu in the middle of ocean, perhaps indicating that life in this era originated in water. And there is a lotus, long stem coming out of his navel, Lord Vishnu's navel, and on the lotus flower is Brahma, the creator of this epoch. So without going into that, coming back to Patanjali, so the 1,000-headed serpent, Sheshanag, is inquiring and asking Lord Vishnu that you have appeared on earth and anywhere else in the whole cosmos. You have the total knowledge. You are the sustainer of the universe. But I am limited at your service in this ocean. allowing you to rest on my body, on my coiled body, I would like to also see and experience and go to earth and see how life is there, to get to know your creation more closely. So Lord Vishnu grants that wish and says, okay, your wish will be fulfilled, you will visit earth. So cut to another scene. A woman, after bathing, is offering water in her palms to pray to sun. Sun being the source of energy, heat, light to the solar system, and especially, more importantly, to planet Earth. So while she is praying to the sun by offering water, suddenly a tiny, tiny serpent appears in her palms full of water. And she is surprised, but she is more surprised when that tiny serpent begins to grow and takes the form of a human being. And that is a story of the origin of Patanjali. Sheshanag fell in a tiny form in the palms of a woman praying to the sun. Consequently, there are very few places of worship or temples dedicated to Patanjali. But wherever Patanjali's image is shown, it is shown with the 1,000-headed serpent around him. So that is the symbolic significance. Another topic relevant here is that Yoga-Sutra is a very concise, in a very short form, least possible use of words, is a complete treatise on yoga, all aspects of yoga. By complete treatise, I don't mean a great description, explanation and analysis, but as the word sutra means a thread. A thread that can make a garland, and a thread which you can hold to go further toward the meaning of the aphorism. Aphorism is sort of translation of the word sutra, thread. And aphorism can also be noted as many other words which are synonymous, such as maxim, axiom, dictum. But in any case, these are typically associated with ancient sages who have attempted to convey deep intellectual and spiritual knowledge to humanity. A third topic related to this is that Yoga-Sutra have been translated, commented upon by many great scholars and yogis. There may be hundreds commentaries on Yoga-Sutra of Patanjali and have been translated in many, many languages. So I am not presenting myself as an authority, I am a lifelong student of yoga. I have taught thousands of people interested in yoga of all ages. So this is my attempt to bring in a very simple language the deep meanings associated with each and every one of the sutras of Patanjali. So this was a very basic introduction, and I will begin with the verse 1 in the next episode. There are a total of 196 verses. Not these verses are not like verses in other texts, not paragraphs or descriptive. They are less than one line. So 196 verses you can write in less than a few pages, 5-6 pages, you can write all of them. And these are the most complete treatise on yoga. Whether Patanjali created yoga is not known, but it is commonly understood that he compiled the entire knowledge of yoga. Yoga existed, is an eternal source of knowledge, an expression of knowledge. Yoga was always there. There is yoga in nature, yoga in existence. The techniques of yoga, the various dimensions of yoga also probably existed in as detailed form as possible. But they were scattered. There were many masters of yoga. They were teaching their students. They were teaching in their own way. So what Patanjali Yog-Sutra does is to bring all the threads together into a concise compilation of all the teachings of yoga. So this is an introduction to Yog Sutra of Patanjali, and I look forward to seeing you in the next episode. By the way, on the channel itself, there are close to 180 episodes on about 12 different subjects. Most importantly, raising intelligent kids. But there are other subjects you can explore, and hopefully you will connect with me again and again. Thank you.